guys, this is Little Miss Horror here, and today I will be doing another God tag. I know, it seems like that's what my God talks consist of these days. To be honest with you guys, I would love to talk about big topics that go among the God scene, but seeing how I'm still a new channel and I don't have that much subscribers, yeah, I think it's best for me to wait until I get that big amount than that, since I would love to help baby bats and non-goths out there to learn so much about the goth subculture. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get on to the tag. Now, I can't exactly remember who started this tag. I heard it was either made by Toxic Tears or Orphea33, but I feel like giving this tag to go. And of course, I'll probably link their videos down here since I can't remember which one of them started this tag. Basically, goth cliches are things that a lot of people outside the goth subculture would often associate goths with. This isn't true for most goths falling under these stereotypes, but some, like myself, will admit we do have a little bit of that cliche within us. Anyways, let's get down to this countdown, backwards, starting with 10. Number 10, I love bats. I always had a fascination with bats since I was a little kid. I remember learning so much about them in first grade during October. And I just love how there's different types of bats and they come in different sizes and faces and they're just so cute. Like, we would even do a bunch of arts and crafts activities with batty themes, and if I could just go back to that teacher and ask her what those crafts were, because I would love to use those crafts to decorate my little room with. Number 9, I love skeletons. Which is funny, as a little girl I used to be afraid of them. It was because of the Halloween scare pranks that my brothers and cousins will pull on me. I used to be afraid, and because of those stupid scare pranks, with the floaty skeletons, drops they happen to Halloween stores, those used to scare me. It wasn't until I started watching cartoons and playing video games and movies that would have skeleton characters. Hell, and I still do adore fictional skeleton characters. Even this adorable asshole here. I also find beauty within the structures of skeletons. I learned, we learn about them, in those science courses where you had to look at different kind of bone structures and study anatomy. I just find it so interesting to see how there's different kind of skeleton types out there besides the ones that humans have. Number 8, The Cure is one of my favorite goth bands. Big cliche for anyone that listens to goth music, I know. But hey, this band got me into the post-punk genre and sparked my interest in the goth scene. Without them, I probably wouldn't be appreciating the post-punk genre as I do now. Number 7. Autumn is one of my favorite seasons. I know, it's a basic bitch season, but to be fair, I was born around that time. And the weather just happens to be more decent during that time. Besides all the beautiful leaves and pumpkins out there, and it's the time of that year where the amazing Halloween comes around. Number 6. I love cemeteries. Considering how I love skeletons, this shouldn't really be that much of a surprise to you guys. But hey, places like this can be relaxing if you just want to be left alone to relieve some stress, or just enjoy the nice view and look at the beautiful different types of tombstones are out there. But I will be honest, the cemetery we have in my hometown is pretty, kind of boring. I really do hope when I move out I could visit much better cemeteries than that. Number 5. I would use Halloween decorations as home decor. I mean, whenever they give them away early in stores, prices tend to be cheap, and sometimes they have interesting gothic designs to decorate your place with. I know I plan to save up and buy some for my dorm room later this year. Number 4. I love the horror genre. I have many genres I enjoy in fiction, but horror is just that really interesting one I don't ever get tired of. Whether it's a book, video game, anime, or movie, I always look up different, if there's any upcoming horror titles for these things. Yes, I even enjoy listening to scary stories in the horror community on YouTube out of boredom. I'll always listen to these scary stories they have on there, either when by myself or during nighttime. even though I might end up spooking myself out, but you know, I love torturing myself that way. Number 3. I enjoy the moon at nighttime. If you guys remember my old username on DeviantArt, I used to be called Moonlight One Wish. The reason why I chose that username back then was due to me recalling my early childhood memories of stargazing to the sky at night. I always loved looking at the moon because it's so beautiful and so shiny, and sometimes I would love to make wish on stars. Besides, nighttime is a time where I find my inner peace, solitude, and where I often would brainstorm most of my art and writing ideas. Number 6. I own a dress with a corset. Yeah, I got one of them dresses. It was while back when I was on a trip with my family and we went to the mall and they had this beautiful gothic dress at Forever 21. It's just a really pretty purple dress. It has beautiful lace designs on the corset part. Actually, I have a photo of it I could show you guys right here. Okay, before we get to my number 1 cliche of them all, here are some honorable mentions. Okay, now for my ultimate Goth cliche. And it may not be a shock for most of you guys if you follow me on DeviantArt, Twitter, Instagram, and viewed my artworks, but here I go. Number 1. I love monsters. Yes, I love monsters. I adore them. I love reading Gothic literature, folklores, and mythos about them. A majority of my OCs are mostly monsters, then furries and humans. Hell, even most of my fictional crushes are monster characters, especially Venom. One of the first monster crushes I had since I was a child, and I still adore him to death. Like, I even fangirled the whole time during the whole Venom movie where one of my friends was telling me to shut up. But it's just, there's such a big variety of different types of monsters out there, and they're not always, you know, the most known ones like vampires, werewolves, or witches. I grew up with classic horror stories, and I would watch cartoons or play video games with monster characters. I feel like because of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, when I read that book in high school, it made me appreciate monsters a lot more now because, you know, you being a little bit different from the norm, because, you know, when goths and alternative people are like that, because like any other alternative person, monsters and misfits are a mystery in their own way and often get misunderstood by the norm. It's why I hope my Hunter Brutality project becomes a thing someday, since monsters are so fun to create and they're just really interesting to write about too, even when you make up your own monster races and folklores. So yeah, those are my Goth cliches. Anyone I know who's darkly inclined or goth, you can try out this tag if you want to, because I tag any of you. You know who you are. See you guys next time.